Thank you for that tribute, Chance. November 11th is a time the nation pauses to honor all those who've served in the military. But this Veterans Day, we hear from one local World War II veteran with a story of a lifetime. Austin Sack now joins us live in the studio after meeting with former Air Force navigator James Corson. Austin.
Thanks, Rob. James Corson enlisted in the Air Force at the age of 18 back in 1943. Now he is 97 and has lived in Grand Junction since the late 50s. Not only did Corson serve during World War II, he was also a prisoner of war in Germany for 6 months. This is his story. James Corson says he's always been a pacifist, but after Pearl Harbor, he decided to enlist in the U.S. Air Force during World War II.
And if I had it all to do over again, I probably would do it exactly the same. But I ran into a little bad luck.
Corson was on board a B-24 plane among a 10-man crew when enemy fire crash-landed the plane in German territory. But as Corson says, that type of plane already had a nickname, Bad Luck B-24.
The B-24 we were flying was a Bad Luck B-24. And we knew it. It had leaky fuel tanks and things replaced just along the way getting to combat. And this was going to be its first combat mission. And it only made it halfway.
Corson was the last man to parachute out of the plane and to land on a German farm, but enemies were there waiting.
You weren't safe coming down in Germany. And the first guy out was carrying a big stick. It was just a stick. It was not a cane, but it was 3 times this big. And he felt that it was his solemn duty to beat me to death.
After suffering severe injuries to his head, Corson was captured and documented as a prisoner of war, but he kept a journal.
It's my nature to keep a diary. So I started right away and wrote everything that happened.
James Corson was a prisoner of war for 6 months at the age of 20. He wrote daily journal entries describing the limited food he had and stories about himself, his 15 roommates, and more than 1,700 other prisoners of war from around the world.
The British were much more adventurous than us, and there were more British airmen in my camp than there were English, American. But what they did gave every prisoner there a whole new look on life.
Corson traveled to multiple camps before the Germans released him, but before heading back to the States, he wanted to see more of Europe and met a young woman who was an interpreter.
That's the whole romance of my war, and it's not much. This girl was pleasant and cheerful, and I think for having had her mother killed by the American bombers, and I was an American bomber, is rather astonishing.
After serving in the military for 2 years, Corson returned home. He spent time as a teacher, a park ranger for over 30 years, and as he would say, he wouldn't change a thing. James Corson's wife passed 6 years ago. He has 5 children and some grandchildren. At age 97, he is full of life and enjoys spending his time garage sailing and never stops searching for treasures. Reporting live in the studio and first on the Western Slope, I'm Austin Sack, KREX 5 News. Rob?
Thank you so much for that treasured story, Austin.